All right, are we ready to announce our first ever Homer Hunch commissioner? We've been building this up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is from Seattle, and our Homer Hunch commissioner is Cal Raleigh. The big dumper who joins us now. Cal, I so appreciate you doing this. Thank you very much. To be the commissioner of the Homer Hunches, you're going to put rules together for us, right? It's not just pick whoever you want, and we're gonna reveal those rules next week. Do you think this is gonna be a lot of work to be the commissioner of the Homer Hunch game?
No, I mean, I think you gotta, I'll let other people handle the small things, and I'll handle the big things, make the rules, and I'll make sure I get other people handling those little things.
Well, like I said, Cal, over 100 resumes, superstar players. What kind of an honor is this to be the first ever commissioner of the Homer Hunch game?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite the honor. I guess when you hit 60, you get to be the Homer Hunch king, so I'll take it. Hopefully I can do it again next year.
Cal, I just hope the new rules don't handicap the champ. I know that's what it's about. Dan had the call of the year at the World Series, but I won the year.
It's true. Yeah, you did.
I'm just saying.
You did.
All right.
But I think
we'll see. You guys will see on Monday. You'll see on Monday.
Okay, good.
All right.
New rules.
Good.
All right. So, Cal, one of the things we're talking about in the show is how you follow up that magical 2025. Is that something that you're thinking about in any way?
No, not really. I'm, just trying to win baseball games, trying to do the best I can. Really just trying to do what I did last year, and that's go out, compete every at-bat, don't give any pitches away, lead a pitching staff that's one of the best in the league, and try to be a good leader on this team.
You know, Cal, you get to catch a stable of really good starting pitchers. One guy that sticks out to me in particular, Brian Wu. Can you give me any info on what makes him so good?
Yeah, he's got two elite fastballs. I think everybody knows that. But this guy loves to compete. He's not afraid of the big stage, and he's grown each and every year. And I'm really excited to see what 2026 holds for him and what steps he takes forward.
Cal, I got so many questions for you, but I'll stick to this since we're fresh off the WBC. And it kind of jump-starts your season like, okay, I got to crank it up. And then you go back for 10 days, and now the season starts up again. How do you handle that, and how are most of the guys that played in the WBC handling that?
Yeah, you go from spring training atmosphere to playoff atmosphere real quick, and then after that you head back to spring training. And I think for those last few days you're really just trying to nail home anything that maybe you weren't getting enough of, or maybe something that you were obviously working on maybe through the WBC. So for me, I just want to get a few more at-bats. Just want to get consistently seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, and each guy's different. So.
And you talked about last year not trying to do what you did, but really back to stand fundamentally with what you did. What did you find different last year? You talked about not giving away at-bats and things like that, but is there something, little thing that triggered for you?
To me, it's just about being consistent. Obviously not giving at-bats away, not giving pitches away, really being stubborn and really fighting for those at-bats, even when it's a tough atmosphere, tough day at the plate, really finding a way to get that one. But really just trying to stay consistent, not trying to change your swing every day, not trying to change your approach, and really doubling down on, if I stick to what I do and I really, stick with it, then I'll be where I want to be at the end of the year.
Hey, Cal, it's Dan. A lot of players the day before opening day, a lot of thoughts are going through your mind. You play such a demanding position. Do you go back and look at 2025 and figure out what you could do a little bit better to conserve some of your energy? Because it's hard to do what you do when you're catching every day.
Yeah, to me, again, it's just about being consistent, staying in the weight room, staying on top of everything with the training room. So to me, that's all, the first priority. I got to be able to stay healthy for a full 162. And for me, I've learned over the years what I need to do. Stay strong, stay healthy, do my prep work so that things don't come back and haunt me. So that's kind of where it starts.
You got a slow heartbeat, man. So I'm going to ask you a very difficult question. What's more nerve-wracking, opening day or being the first ever commissioner of the Homer Hunch game on the national pregame show?
I don't know. It's tough. Maybe the commissioner. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like a tough job.
Listen, we're not going to name the names that we picked, we picked you over, but it's quite the honor. So we are, again, so grateful.
We're honored
that you are our first ever commissioner. We'll be looking forward to your rules on Monday's show, which you're going to be working on. So thank you so much, Cal. Have a great opening day and a tremendous 2026 season. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.